Before we get started, I want to give a special shout out to Sugar Tits, who recently subscribed to my channel. People subscribe to your channel all the time, FNGR. Where's the goddamn thank you video for them? Oh, let me guess, this person has 100k subs. Exactly, I have a horrible habit of pissing off people with 100k channels. Hey, let's see, Josh Scorcher, I love Kim Possible Lord, Silver Quill, some guy named Jim. Well, hopefully, that's neither here nor there. Let's take a brief look at her content.
Offense easily. Some would say choosing whether or not to take offense is a position that's available only to those who are already empowered. But to me, that's a crock of shit. I believe that if you're never exposed to dealing with hurtful comments, then how will you ever learn to brush it off and rise above it? All you'll learn is that you should always get your way and that people should accommodate themselves to your comfort. But life doesn't really work that way, does it? The reality is, you have no power to change other people, only power to change yourself.
She seems very open-minded, well-spoken, and civil, and it's almost like someone made a huggable version of Sargon of Akkad. My word, you don't think this is a trap, do you? Well, it won't be the first or the last I fall into if it is. Either way, when this video is done, if you haven't gotten your fill and you're looking for someone to challenge you, who's not afraid to say something less than popular, please check out this channel here. And if Miss Sugar Tits would like to be in a podcast, i.e. an interview, I would be glad to give it to her. Dear Ryan Reno Mills.
Really got me thinking, and I'm gonna be honest, I feel that I got too big of a name in too quick of a time.
I think you made the right decision moving forward. You're a near and dear friend to me and my friends. I understand drama can be very taxing. I don't think you're a coward at all, but there is a significant disproportionate members in my community who want to play but don't want to pay. Success comes with a price tag, and that upkeep is likely going to follow you, even if you change your format. Ryan, you might get lucky and pull a digi and change your medium, and your fans might change, and everything might be sunshine, rainbows, and lollipops. But if you're keeping what makes your work good, why would anyone leave? Which in turn means eventually you might be right back where you started. Either way, good luck, man, and I'll be around. This is Manga, Kamen, Toon Kritic, and British Ninja. Ever play a game one of these things is not like the other, one of these things does not belong? Recently, Manga Kamen politely tapped me on the shoulder and said that there might be some friction if he included me in a project. Dear Manga, I didn't know that there was a project. I can see why you would think I'd be upset. I walked out of Fox because I thought you got a shit deal. But I don't have to be involved in everything, and I'm glad to see your channel grow. Seeing you grow as an artist, a commentator, and a content creator is just fine, and you've included me in more projects on your channel than anyone else. We're cool. On a side note, I want to thank Boonslayer for how he handled my departure from the Federation Exalted. You've made a wonderful account of yourself, sir, and I hope I wasn't too much trouble. Godspeed. Dear Y2K Toon Kritic, I understand that you're trying to build something, and had you ultimately chose to head in a different direction, in that most private of matter I'm going to keep vague, I might have been salty and butthurt, but with all the times that you've come on my podcast, that you've helped smooth out some of the misunderstandings that have gone on in the community, I guess I want to just say thanks for making what was the right decision in my opinion. It would have been a lot easier to go the other way, and I understand that. Then again, you kinda already made the right decision months ago on your channel.
Anyway.
Yeah, Toon Kritic, is KP gonna be a special guest for the Discord episode?
No.
I don't think she's even going.
No, first off, she's not even going. Second, why would she have an interest in this podcast?
Dear British Ninja, boy do I have some bad news. It would be dishonest to recall back when I found you. You found me earlier on in an effort to help grow your channel, your brand, and after seeing what I thought was something with a lot of potential, I was all too happy to help you with that. As your time got more constrained, you got more efficient with what you put out. Shorter pieces that, at least to me, lost little of their old work's value. And recently, I do believe on My King of Limbo, you expressed publicly seeing little value in continuing your time as a content creator. No, this is Jim Cornette. He's famous for his work in pro wrestling and as a promoter. He's spent a lot of time on his podcasts lamenting with various disappointments that he's helped out, and on some of the people that he's helped make successful over the years. That's not entirely what this is about. Does it suck that you're done creating your work? Yeah. But Brony Analysis isn't a gang, and this isn't blood in, blood out. If you're done, you're done. And forgive my salt, I might have not bothered if I knew you were going to call it a lifetime so soon. But the real kick in the teeth was when I asked you to back me up on Pokie on something you fucking believed in. I asked you to read off something you wrote, something no one held a gun to your head to say, and after having to prod you to do the right thing, which seems to be a reoccurring theme in your case, see the third rift, and getting you to throw out Fallen Wish, or allowing me to handle the Keyblade fiasco, and we all know what sick bullshit he does behind the scenes. I want you to think about that one for a good minute. Like, whenever British Ninja's ass potentially gets put in the sling and the tough get going, Ninja goes home. Which again, would be fine if you were trying to do something other than just hang out with the big boys. I recall Toon Kritic ranting here how too many people want to get into the community just to hang out with the cool kids. And again, it's not as if your body of work is bad. Hell, I think it's great. But your primary, or rather your top 4 concerns, in British Ninja's mind are, don't piss off horse famous people. Dear Ninja, when you're motivated to not do something right so that you could go hang out with somebody big, who literally just got done being a weasel, that's not how you brony. And no, I'm not taking your part out. You're acting like a Rule 63 artistic passion. But we'll get to that in due time. Before your new friend compares me to Lily Pete never made anyone. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you don't know the full story, and everyone that does have my back. Her reason for leaving was allegedly to work on re-evaluating her passion for her artwork, but she claimed that she'd be taking a break from Skype, DA, everything. She lied and betrayed everyone's trust, even saying she could never come back even when she claimed she'd only be gone temporarily. She, oddly capitalized, is the one that left without considering people's feelings. Because she left many people scared, paranoid, and confused because she never let anyone know she was leaving at all, which is irresponsible of her. From where a lot of us are standing, you coming just to the sake of grasping at straws in the situation just to shit on me is the next level of stupid. Kindly take your crap out of her because people are trying to recover from the damage she's caused. No, you don't know the full story.
Your post doesn't contain the full story, and you wouldn't wait to try and gain the full story from the other side of the perspective. I've already talked to Ellie about the situation, and she explained it much clearer way than you did in this post.
No, what you just said you got backwards. We did wait to get the other side. We all waited for 6 weeks, but instead she lied and ran away from the responsibility. Take a hike. Stop trying to grasp at straws and put the blame on me. Oh, yeah, and if you couldn't read the proof, she's refusing to reveal anything. Now, since all you seem to care about is grasping at straws and taking a jab at someone, just trying to recover, you're blocked.
No wonder Cat left you. Hope you aren't this much of an ass to your next girlfriend. Though, let's be honest, the chances of you getting a girlfriend that's a quarter as wonderful as Cat, fairly unlikely.
She didn't leave me. She left everybody. If you know all the story by now, you'd know that it wasn't due to anything I did. I treated her with the utmost respect and nature throughout my time with her. I know I'm a loving professional, and I get it thrown in my face. I unblocked you because I thought you'd care to be civil. Clearly not.
Dear, I love Kim Possible a lot. The girl behind the channel, not the staff, not the artists, not the editors or anyone else working really hard to make that product. Let's ditch that else part. Anyone working really hard on I Love Kim Possible a Lot's channel, you okay. I've been tremendously fair with you. I'm sure I've called you a god-awful human being because you are one. In your video with Anthony C., your big defense is a shrug, and truth is, until recently, I wasn't even going to bring that up. Until recently, I was starting to think that Event Horizon's constant digs at you were starting to feel a bit tacky. So, you chewed someone out behind the scenes, dropped the mic, and walked off like you cut someone off. Dear KP, if you missed it earlier, I'm going to play it again.
Why would she have an interest in this podcast? No.
Did you hear that? Now, I know what you're thinking. When I went to yell at Zach, I brought someone else along. How come FNGR isn't screaming at him? Well, KP, nobody likes you. It won't cost me a collab, a co-host. It won't even cost me seconds at dessert because, you guessed it, you're a god-awful human being. Nobody but Dr. Wolf and that other guy I can't talk about want you on the TF2 Anarchy project. Also, KP, I know you thought Kichi was the one calling you a diva according to Anon over here, and somehow started that rumor. Let me clarify that before Kichi was a brony, Sweetie Bloom was doing that in the Rift Cafe when it was under management from a male alicorn about 2 years ago. And you're working with her, honey. The rumor you're a jagoff. Oh, Jesus. That's like saying the rumor Pokie stalked Cat Avenger. It's an objective fact. Dear Anon, aka that guy I can't talk about. Oh, honey, you better be a good boy. I know you shit yourself when I found out about this. And truth is, I can empathize. I sure didn't give you a lot of choices, did I? I know right now you're busting your ass to be super cool with all of my friends. And be assured, that's why I'm saying Anon and not your channel name. Now, you be a good little Anon, or Uncle FNGR is gonna have to put you in timeout. Again. Are we Crystal? I feel like we're Crystal. Hi, so for your reminder, a while ago I explained the difference between a troll and an edgelord. A troll is in on the joke, an edgelord is the joke. The one thing you should take away from 2016's election is this. It's a lot easier to troll when you win, and a clever and crafty individual can get this down to a fucking art form. Dear Pokie, I got some good news and some bad news. I am not clever and crafty. The bad news, however, is that I have won. And focusing on you, were I a smarter man, would detach himself, stick his nose firmly up in the air, and just talk down to you for the full length of the video. However, I have a horrible habit of not being able to get out of my own way. I've heard one of your biggest supporters, name retracted, and she's more than goddamn welcome to explain how these are merely allegations. But she better bring more to the table than, I'm upset, you better drop it now. I put up with one empty-headed idealist's nonsense once, and I'm not going down that road again. Traditionally, I've learned where to draw the line, whether you want to call it the moral high ground or not pissing off valuable or interesting people. It's an ongoing upkeep. It's something I've painted myself into a corner with because whenever I got one of these moments where someone should tell me to slam on the brakes, I try extra hard to prove, see, I know where the line is. And the problem with that is, each time I prove where I know where to stop, less and less people keep tabs on me. With less safety measures and people poking over my shoulder, I'm a lot less likely to have reservations. Disclaimer, with all that said, I'm still actively restraining myself. If I do this right, even my diehard fans are gonna flinch when I'm done.
Okay, this was a long time coming. Now, for any of my long-time viewers, you may have noticed that all my MLP reviews and whatnot have gone. Anything involving the Bronalysis community has been purged from my channel for good, and I never went over why, except to a select few friends.
This is the autist formerly known as Pokie Brony. Now this, by comparison to Sage Shark discusses the Looney Turtle or even Puzzle Piece, isn't someone who generally has been a massive dipshit until well recently. And oddly enough, barring the Cat Avenger misstep, something I mostly forgot about till now, I would wink at most of Poke's goofs. Hell, he might have even gotten into the Secret Rift if I was half awake that day. And Kichi, and Tricky, were like, who's this guy? To which I would likely say, Pokie, yeah, he's aight, much to Ryan Reno Mills and Aeon of Dreams' chagrin. One who thinks your content sucks, and one who thinks you're the most god-awful human being ever. So, first off, in the Rift, any of them, I have no significant bad memories of Poke. Hell, he's been in limbo twice, and both times he's left under his own weight. You chose to leave the analysis community, and that seems to be your problem. I recall you getting kicked out of Puzzle Piece's Cinnamon Roll chat, the Sanctuary. Hey, that suits me fine. You fucked up a project that might have gone on to be part of the TF2 Dr. Wolf project. Hey, nobody hates Dr. Wolf more than me. I'm gobsmacked by you. So the only thing you've only ever done till this latest video came out, you violently and aggressively pursuing Cat Avenger. And then you proceeded to stalk her till she left DA, make a new account, and then you hunted that one down. And then you hunted the next one down. And then you hunted the next one down. And I know that there are 4, and only know that there were 4 from your video, just now, that we're going to talk about. And now, in your most recent video, you've decided to bring this all up again because?
Comments. I will not accept false accusations that I was wrongful in ways that people like to lie about, or that I harassed anybody who likes to cause drama just by bringing me into it.
Actually, Poke, you are mistaken on what you will allow. You harassed someone who wanted nothing to do with you anymore. Hand to God, may I burn in the fires of hell until the end times if I say one thing that anyone ever believes is you harassed Cat Avenger. You're the reason she's gone.
First thing I want to talk about is popularity contest. Basically, this is probably the one thing that irks me the most about what the community's turned into. See, back in the early days, 2012, 2013, the community was a lot smaller and a lot more tightly knit than it really is now. People barely knew who we were in the fandom, but we didn't care because we enjoyed doing what we do. Back then there was no Rift or Secret Rift, none of that shite. It was just a Bronalysis collective. In its prime, the chat was only as big as like 20 or so members before the influx of new people came in. Now, I won't go over the death of each chat, there's people who's done that already, but over time it became a lot more about quantity and popularity over quality. It just became a cesspool of numerous accounts of the same people either doing the same as the big leagues to get famous, people who copy-pasted opinions of other people just so they could fit in, or people who just brought nothing contributory whatsoever.
You're the same guy that Toon Kritic took off his channel because your collab with him was starting to cause him to hemorrhage subs. Now don't get me wrong, with quantity, and yes, quantity did start to take a dive in the analysis community, anyone who knows anime, music, or gaming can tell you that. Pokie here brings up about people just wanting to be popular or funny, but later in the video he goes, well, Josh Scorcher's alright. Josh Scorcher is the king of famous and liked. Also, I'm pretty sure Digibro was trying to build a channel back then to make money. I'm pretty sure Tom Yalver was doing the same. Or are you saying your content was better than theirs? That gets a cool story, bro.
And I hate to be devil's advocate, but this really is something that irks me, is Analysis Daily. It trivializes analysis and reviewing, and it turns it into a publicity stunt. A showcase for whatever reason, people compete with nothing more than their opinions and active input when there's really no contest to be held. I just watched the community's flair devolve, and I've never seen any other sub-community in any other fandom I've ever been in be so viciously competitive or as close-minded.
His hair since Cat Avenger dumped him.
That's quite a while, then.
Have you tried the gaming community? You know, the one you're about to join? Do bronies swap people poke? Forget analysis. You didn't even levy any critique. What would you have me do differently? I created Analysis Daily to give fans a chance to say what they like, as opposed to Sophisto going for the most safe, cookie-cutter, unoffensive bullcrap week in and week out. What would you do?
This one. And yet, there are bad people who get given a free pass because they're famous, even no matter what kind of bullshit they've done. I couldn't put up with that anymore, and I just didn't have any fun in this kind of community any longer. The charm had really gone, and so had the community.
Who in the fuck are you talking about? I mean, if you mean me, stop being such a prissy little Frenchman, find your balls and say FNGR, or ForNoGoodReason, or Anthony Aguilar. And that's the funny thing. If anyone thinks Pokie retracted my name out of class instead of saying my seedy ass, do you know who Pokie has the balls to talk about? Would you like to know? Could you guess?
Probably the most irksome section I'm going to talk about, because this is something relevant, is Cat Avenger. Yeah, this is, obviously you can tell from me, a painful one, and for a lot of people. Cat Avenger, Feline Ascension, Cleline Feline, whatever the fuck you want to remember her by. My ex-girlfriend was a bad case, to say the least.
If you agree with me on nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, I want you to tell me how Cat Avenger is a bigger problem than I am. This is Gray Silvermane's King of Limbo. I got Silver Quill, Ryan Reno Mills, Astro Boy's girlfriend, and Kichi FIM to come on down to honor Gray, because Gray Silvermane is one of the best damn artists in the community. Kat did this picture with 5 bodies for $25, and I needed an artist that I felt would properly honor the man whose artwork has helped build my channel. I have 0 regrets. She was fast, efficient, affordable, always polite, talented. Golden Fox came on down for Cat Avenger's podcast. She was a total class act. Until the day I die, hashtag I stand with Cat Avenger.
Together for just over a year before the shit hit the fan, and it was the best time of my life. I had genuinely never felt so happy before as I was with this woman. She was everything to me, and yet she decided to throw it all away. She'd claimed to want to take a break from the whole internet for at least a month, meaning, and this is in her words, she wanted to log off completely and not do anything online. These were her own words. And what do I find out from a friend a few months later? She'd been aliasing behind all of our backs, effectively lied to every one of us, and even when out of everyone else who didn't give her a chance, she fucked us all over.
Let's talk about some of those users, shall we, Poke? Your boy, Wolf Keen, who turned into a fucking cringelord at BronyCon 2016, when Grasshope, aka Miles, wanted to get the fuck away from him, was marching around screaming Miles' name in a lobby. Aeon of Dreams had to sneak into Wolf Keen's room to get Grass's clothes so that she could escape. Zachary Taylor, another one of your guys, who wanted to talk about Cat Avenger abandoning him at BronyCon 2016, myself, Irish John Vita, had to speed up to get the fuck away from him because he couldn't take a hint after we had left Toon Kritic's cartoons red, black, and wrong all over panel. I probably got that wrong. So yeah, Poke, I can't imagine why anyone would want to get away from you and your people.
Out of everyone who didn't want to, I gave her a chance, and she still fucked us all over. And what happens when I expose her for what she done? I get called a stalker, a bigot, a hateful prick. People try and bully me out of the community. Now, that's not what happened, because I'm not so easily scared by that shit, but this just...
I'm not the stalker! You guys who are calling me stalkers are stalkers!
Oh yeah, you all are just politically correct thugs and regressive social justice warriors.
I would like to thank Pastel Pros and myself. Pokey, I did it, and I sure as fuck ain't saying I'm sorry about it.
Oh, apparently, beloved member of the community is so easily protected just because they're famous. She wasn't the most famous artist, she wasn't like, I don't know, Shino Dage or Mars Minor famous, but she was well known, and people's blind praise for someone with fame led them to instantly hate on
Pokey, Aeon of Dreams, and people like Puzzle only ever put up with you because of Cat Avenger. You were never beloved. Let me wake you up from that logical fallacy. It wasn't that people turned on you after Cat Avenger left, it's that people put up with you at that point because of Cat. You hung off her like a cancer, and like a cancer, we are all happy to chuck your ass in the garbage.
Me, and this is something that I had to deal with for quite a while. It really astonishes me that this subcommunity, who claims to be full and ripe with liberal diversity, is filled with some of the most regressive social justice warriors and politically correct thugs I've ever seen.
Let me stop you right there, kiddo. We're gonna get to the hook-nosed troll that you call a girlfriend, because I have no problem having a go at the fairer sex, Sonny. Artistic Passion ran around telling people Thespio's mom had died before he wanted that to be public knowledge. And now that he's broken that news, now I'm gonna comment. Well, I am terribly sorry for your loss, and I can't begin to imagine to go through what you're going through now. Poke, your girlfriend ran around yapping her flap when someone else's mom died from cancer. Autistic Passion herself, one of the most obnoxious horse fame fuckers ever, the person you dropped Cat for. I can't wait to see the ghoul of a child you two mutants spit out. Social justice warrior, Poke. You goddamn spaghetti. Radio edit. Let me explain that one to you so you and all your little mongoloid knuckle-dragging pukes like you and Crazy Pony Man and Mad Plushie and Lord Zarkon can wrap your head around it. In a world where it takes every ounce of your being not to kill someone, not getting on your last nerve, the word radio edit is the single most offensive word guaranteed to get you killed whenever you say it out loud in most major urban cities in America. Such is the offense it gives. When you call someone spaghetti, it means they're cringy and embarrassing. You and your friends, Pokey, are a bunch of swamp-running, chicken-chasing, grape extract snorting, noodle slurping spaghetti. Radio edit. Are we crystal clear?
Anthony, don't you want to comment on the part where he says that Analysis Daily just trivializes analysis and it's just a publicity stunt?
You assuming that I'm not going to come back to this?
Victim with the Cat Avenger thing?
Yeah, for the sake of us just reacting, because it seems like he's just getting going.
Okay, so 7, 18. Hold on. 15, 16, 17,
okay.
18. Got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, bitches and bastards, this is your favorite FNG star! And today on the menu today is Pokie Brony J. Kinast, whatever you are. we're going to do a live reaction to probably... You know what? Let's not go in with any predispositions here. Let's just start it off.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
2, 1.
Yeah.
Could he censor his camera? I like how you're trying to show off whatever you got in the background. Yeah. You're the victim. Oh my god, you used the victim card.
I don't even know what to say here. I'm gobsmacked.
Hang on, I'm loading it up. What kind of...
Dude,
what's
he
your timestamp?
uses that like it's his... He uses I can't.
Oh, boo-hoo, my poor Fifi.
We're at 8:06.
Oh, he's talking about his current girlfriend.
Artistic Passion is a cringy, retarded, stupid bitch who's done absolutely nothing to improve herself. Get fucked, Pokie, and fuck everyone who likes Artistic Passion.
Oh yeah, well, not forget always requesting art.
We don't
from
want to
people.
be Artistic Passion's friend. She's cringy as fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Hang on, is he trying to say...
Don't try to fucking compare Artistic Passion to us. What the fuck?
You dumped a intelligent, smart, talented person for a gremlin, Pokie. A fucking gremlin that fell out of someone's ass.
I'm at 8:54.
Pokie Brony, you liar. You told Fallen to kill herself before.
Oh my.
You've told her to kill herself. Get the fuck out of here, saying you've never said that shit.
You have pity on us.
Oh, pity.
So white.
Don't you call yourself a bigot? I have some good friends that are bigots. You have... Sir, you're not fun to hang out with.
Stalker, though.
Yeah. You wouldn't get a bed sheet at the fucking goddamn clan rally. Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, I have pity for you that you're a kid and this is the shit. On the world? Dude, we're a plague to the world. Okay.
The Brony community is the world to him,
It's
remember.
the world. It's the whole world.
Is he calling the entire fucking pronounces community a plague?
We have the whole world in our hands.
Who the heck is that guy?
This is Pokie Brony.
So I like... Hold on. I like how he's talking about...
You know what? You know what?
Don't care
Exactly.
I think this is going to be too unorganized.
And the worst part of it all is... I still want to know what happened to Cat Avenger. I still want to know what her real intention was, because nobody knows. Part of me doesn't want to know, because I just want to move on and forget. Part of me's scared to think of what the reason could be. But I will assure you, it wasn't anything that this person did. Do you know why? Because I treated her like the best damn person in my life.
Well, Pokie, your life's pretty shit, booby, and apparently she deserved better. She doesn't want anything to do with you. I'm not convinced if you died tomorrow, but she might come back. Can you do that for us, Poke? Could you fucking die? Just go to sleep one day and not wake up. It would be your crowning lifetime achievement.
Say, oh, he probably... It must have been Pokie Brony somehow. Cat Avenger is so sweet and meek. She couldn't possibly have done something wrong. It must be the guy's fault. She's just a poor, defenseless little girl. We need to run to protect her. You know what? Fuck you and fuck your virtue signaling. Guys can be hurt too, and guess what? Guys can be just as emotionally damaged by their girlfriends.
Cat Avenger, when the PFC raided the Rift, used to laugh and goof off about it. Rados from HARP, that's the Anal Rape Podcast, used to have his screen name as Rat Avenger, and she'd roleplay my nemesis and shake her fist when he'd come into the room. So no, Cat Avenger is not a cinnamon roll. When I had a podcast with Proto Mario, the man who scared the living shit out of the commentary community, Cat Avenger came on. Here's a clip.
Oh, okay. That's okay. You can be slow. They'll
yeah.
wait on you. That's fine.
Yeah. Oh, the line. Oh, okay. No problem. I got you. Those lines right there. It's like, oh shit. No, please. No.
You don't want to move fast, huh?
Yeah, you don't want to move fast. Cool. No problem. Double time.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I hated most of my life in basic. You go to the recruiter and he tells you all these wonderful stories that you want to hear. It's like you'll gain all these skills and you'll get all these new experiences. Yeah, no, I got those experiences and I gained those skills. I hated every second of doing that.
Cat Avenger has never screamed at me. I am not a complete insufferable ass. Like, if you fucking hate me, you have to believe Cat's a goddamn saint. I have no words as to how ass-backwards retarded this is. Listing off Cat's aliases she made to get the fuck away from you, admitting you're still stalking her, that you need to know about her. Pokie, if you were in America, I would be fine telling the police everything I did to you. And if I show them your video, at the very least, you'd be instructed to move the fuck on. And if these were Chicago cops, they'd drag you into a back fucking alley and beat the fucking retard right out of you.
Say, oh, it must have been Pokie Brony somehow. Cat Avenger is so sweet and meek. She couldn't possibly have done something wrong. It must be the guy's fault. She's just a poor, defenseless little girl. We need to run to protect her. You know what? Fuck you and fuck your virtue signaling. Guys can be hurt too, and guess what? Guys can be just as emotionally damaged by their girlfriends. Because as the months went by near the end of our relationship, I did see changes in her, but I denied it. I lied to myself. A couple of my friends, who I don't want to name out of respect, they warned me about this quite a few times, especially very close to before she left. And they didn't want to, but they felt like they should closer to when she was leaving. It was a coincidence that it was, right as she was getting ready to up and fuck everybody over. She left in April and we didn't find out till late May.
I get it. These are the same retards that listen to Lily Pete about exclusion being bullied.
It doesn't change the fact that she fucked everybody over, and still people think that I'm the bad guy, that I'm the stalker, that I'm the big guy. Okay. The stalker allegations, these are false. There was no proof given whatsoever other than the word of untrustworthy assholes who have been stalking people, who have harassed people, who have bullied people away, who have brought people nearly to suicide. And you know what? They like to stand on their fucking high horse and call me the stalker after all the shit they pull, and they like to hide behind the, oh, we're not being mean, we're just being blunt and...
Your girlfriend is done with you. You could have came back and said, you know what? I could have handled this better. I'm turning over a new leaf. I want to put this all behind me. You made a 15-minute vlog bitching about what had to be me. Go back and say my name, faggot. Come on, pussy. Say Anthony Aguilar. Say it. Say my fucking name, you pussy-ass bitch.
You know what? Being blunt and being honest, that's what I do. That's what I do to people who need it. Bullying is not blunt. Harassing is not blunt. Fucking making people go as close to killing themselves is not blunt. Do you know what that is? That's fucking masochism. That is fucking psycho. That is fucking...
Actually, Poke, the word you're looking for is sadism. Masochism is what Kat had when she was dating you. People did not sit around thinking about you, you dull fucking twat. You're the guy from back in the Rift who kept calling I know anal. I can take a joke the first 10 times, you cringy asshole.
Relevant to the Bronalysis community? Well, because it's what I've seen so many people turn into. Or just join in flat out. Seriously. It's fucking hilarious. It's actually hilarious how these fucking assholes who hide behind these veils of the victim card, the we're blunt and honest card, they get all the fame and respect and the respect and the apology and everything. And what do the people who actually try and be good people do? They get thrown under the bus.
Pokie, on your best day, you were never good people. You were a double agent for the Rift that they used to spy on the Vita army for the Rift. On your best day, you were a prison snitch. Let me explain something to you, Pokie. Do you know why people put up with me? Do you have any idea why? 'Cause what I do is I allow other people to keep their hands clean. What you do is about you. This says a lot that you could have changed your name to Me Brony. Cat Avenger is important because of how she makes Pokie feel in Pokie's mind. Analysis was good because of how it used to make Pokie feel good. You are not the center of the universe, Pokie.
This is the sun. It has a diameter of 864,000 miles and a mass of 330,000 times that of our planet. A star that is the basis of the solar system that sustains life on Earth. We bring this up to you because you seem to be under the misunderstanding that the center of our solar system that the Earth continues to revolve around is you. The Earth, in fact, does not revolve around you, and you are not the center of our solar system. We apologize that you were ever under this delusion. Please don't mate.
My current girlfriend keeps suffering this all the fucking time. She's done stuff wrong, yeah. Everyone has. Difference is, she's better than the fuckers who don't own up to their mistakes because she does, and she actually works to improve them. But no, people want to keep bullying her because they think it's funny, because they are just little fucking closet dwellers who do not give a shit about other people.
Not giving a shit about other people, like using a loved one's death, a family member to get attention. Get fucked, Pokie. I want you to contract the slowest killing disease in the world, and I want to watch you waste away in real time. That video would get all the retention in the world. That would be my new Pornhub.
I'm not saying you have to be everybody's friend, but you know what? You could be a decent fucking person. You could not bully a poor, defenseless person. Well, she can defend herself, but oftentimes she's so easily upset that she needs other people to help her. Why? Because she doesn't deserve the shit that some people give her.
It's just artistic passion, guys. Do you see all the shit that you said about Kat? Someone with talent, someone who could provide something of value, to that ghoul, that snaggling, rusty-faced troglodyte you call a girlfriend. But oh no, Kat doesn't deserve any of that.
People who are bullies should kill themselves, because you know what? I don't wish death on anybody.
Pokie, drink a tall glass of that hair grease. That ought to do the job.
Misguiding people. Are you really going to be fucking proud if that's your legacy? Do you really think your fucking family would be happy with you if your legacy was hurting people?
Do you really think that your family would be proud of you watching this video? I'd pay $20 to see that live reaction.
Wolfkeen, who, even though he's a fucking amazing idiot at times, he's a fucking amazing idiot. You gotta love people like that. They don't do it for views and fame. And even if they did at one point, they came to their senses and are doing it because they enjoy it. They admit their mistakes. And you know what? They're fucking amazing people. You've got people like De Wilsonator, who's doing so much for other people. People like Keyframe, who is the very definition of turning your life around. People like, and you might be surprised to hear me say this, but even people like Lightning Bliss, who even though they have their own problems, like some people can't take their like criticism for shit, or some people just can't deal with negativity whatsoever, or lie to other people, or any shit like that, they still try to stay true to themselves. And I know I might be throwing the ball here, considering again it's me, and everyone not quite fucking knows who I hate because I'm so vocal about it. Fallen Wish. Because you know what? It took a fucking long time, but even she is starting to own up to her mistakes. Why can't you do that, people who bully? Why can't you do that, people who hate and hurt and maim?
Miles! Miles! I assure you, Aeon and Grasshope don't think Wolfkeen is amazing.
Even people like Fallen Wish, who has done all these scandalous things with how many GoFundMes, taking so much money from the fandom. I won't go ahead and call her a Jewish money grubber like Horse News did, because, you know, Horse News is the fucking most uncredible TMZ style shit in this fandom.
You know those people want nothing to do with you. I bet you dollars to donuts they'd be glad to hang out with Cat Avenger. I want to put a pin in that topic for the long foreseeable future, but I do recall telling you to shut the fuck up about it. Yes, I know I'm one to talk. Hey, I'll have you know Josh Scorcher calls me TMZ. How dare you?
Fine with being in the middle here. You just have to be up top, otherwise you're nothing.
Who, motherfucker? I couldn't be more middle of the fucking road. Pokie, do you think hanging out with big names makes you one? 'Cause it doesn't. Ladies and gentlemen, there are so few examples in this I can safely say Pokie is the original Jeff. You're a coward. Back up, ball up your fist. You me hard as you can. You fatherless bastard. Thank you, fuck you, bye.